Beats Planet.
Yo, yo. Let me get a little voice check on this thing. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. People in the comments, I'm watching y'all right now. Let me know if you can hear me. Shouts out to everybody that came in and tuned in and gonna help take part in this live show. You know how we do. We like to let it sit up for a little bit and let the pelicans come flock to us for a little bit, and once we get to a dang song, show enough the theme song, all right. Once we get to the to a certain number of people watching, we'll jump right into this thing. Let me know if y'all can hear me though. We can hear you, cool. My man Blue Spin, shouts out to you. Voch Lombardi, man. I haven't done a live show in a while. Haven't haven't done it. I've been involved in a lot of things, and plus this is pretty much. This is pretty much off season for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, draft season really doesn't start until January for me, really February. Because that's when this channel started last year in January. I started with the quarterbacks of Joey Bosa and the Zeke versus Derrick Henry videos. Well, it's December now, and I started around August, so I think that's pretty much how the channel is going to go from here on out. I'm going to jump into, I guess, draft film or whatever. And the first prospect I look at is going to be the night of the draft. I dropped the Leonard Fournette video the night of the, of last, draft, of the first round of the 2016 draft or whatever. So I guess that's how it's going to be, man. This channel is just growing by the day. I thought it was just gonna be just a little something that I did for fun. I put this channel together because I was tired of people, sounding stupid and not having facts when they came to actual football conversation. Now this thing has grown into something I never thought it could be, and I appreciate y'all for being here with me, for tuning in and being a part of this. I don't want to call it an army because that's real cliche, but a part of this class, a part of this university. You know what I'm saying? The Voch Lombardi University, because a lot of you guys know just as much as I do, but I do teach a lot of people a lot of things, though, man. So I look at this as a universidad, you know what I'm saying, if you will. But anyway, like I was saying, thanks for tuning in with me. Shouts out to my man Blue Spin in the comments right now. What's up, bro? I remember you always comment on my stuff. Shreya, so I hope I'm saying your name right, bro. Shouts out to you. Dapiana. Shouts out to you. You're one of the best YouTubers out here on YouTube. I love you, fam. Hey, appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for being here, tuning in. Dumb old Roy. I remember you. Called you dumbass a couple times. Dumbass Roy. What's up, my man? Demind these long lost brother. What's happening, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, what I wanted to do was it's been a while since I did a live show, so we got time. We're probably gonna be here for an hour 30 minutes or whatever. So we got time. I want to touch on roll call at the universe. Steven Gorshak, what's happening, boy? What's happening, bro? It's been a while since I did a live show, but I'm gonna get back into the groove of these, man, because y'all really appreciated them, man. And the interactive drafts, mock drafts, oh man, those are crazy. So we're definitely gonna get back into those. But what I wanted to bring to y'all today, listener show, right? So if y'all had anything that you wanted to talk to me about, hey, how do you feel about this situation or this prospect? I don't want to get into too many prospects that I haven't done research on. That's called spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody and talk about guys I haven't done the videos on. So I guess I'll say if you have a reaction to a video that I've done already, then we'll talk about that because it's very early in the draft process and I'm still in the off season. I don't really start cramming film until January. So if you have a comment or a response to a video that I've done already, hit me up and we can discuss that. Also, if you have any comments about the college football playoffs, let me, we can talk about that. Any NFL type of stuff, tell me how your rookies are panning out on your team. Tell me, just what's your general thoughts on the NFL, the playoff race. I know the Cowboys are doing pretty all right there. Talk to them about some pro ball stuff, man, draft stuff, any of that. Questions and answers, man. If you have any general thoughts, that you wanna get out there, let me know that. And I'm gonna be your host, Voch Lombardi. WTB Beater, what's happening, man? Shouts out to everybody from Sweden. Let me take a sip of the Happy Juice, which is the H2O. Let's jump right into it. First, let me say this. Lucas, thank you for joining me, but let's not lose any sleep over your hate, okay? Shreyas, what's your idea? While I'm talking, give me your idea. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. Y'all made me lose my train of thought. Hey, yo, how do y'all feel about? I actually got it written down right here. A couple of debates here. So apparently this Leonard Fournette versus Dalvin Cook thing is actually like a thing, right? Like going into the draft process, I watched film on both of these guys, on Cook and Fournette, and I pretty much thought it was a one-sided deal. I thought that Leonard Fournette was a one-of-a-lifetime type of linebacker, and not one generation, I'd say, was once in a generation type linebacker, or once in every few years. But I did think that Dalvin Cook would be a very great linebacker. I feel not linebacker, running back. I feel like Dalvin Cook would be the best running back if Leonard Fournette didn't exist. But apparently, this thing is a conversation, right? This thing is like a debate, and it got really, really heated in my group or whatnot. So, man, if you're in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this Fournette versus Cook thing, man. We're gonna add that to the discussion too. Let me go ahead and I should type it in the situation, and I should let my comments. Okay, this is what I want. I want the live stream to pop up a little bit. I want the live stream to pop up. Let me see. So we're going to go to the live stream. How do I do that? Pop out. And I'm gonna come back and look at your comments in a little bit, because I am going to respond to the comments. I'm gonna respond to all of them. If you know anything about these live shows, we respond to comments. There we go. Pop out the chat. Cool. We're going to do that. Then I'm going to go to the Punk OBS. I'm going to go to the window capture. Let's see. Do I have that? Let me see. Click OK. Click checkbox. Do I have it? Is it there? Nah, it ain't there. Okay, let me do something different. Let me boom. Remove. Yes. Add window capture. That ain't what I want. But we getting close though. I do want the chat box on the screen, because I know people when they come back and watch these videos, they at least want to see the actual chat box. It's just a lot. Things make a lot more sense when they can actually see the chat box. Let's go ChatBox1. Boom. Window. Scroll. Google Chrome. Is it you? Is it you? It ain't you. Hey, we gonna get there. Hold up. I'm gonna find this chat box, you heard me? We gonna find it. And when we find the chat box, it's gonna be over. There we go. Boom. All right, we're gonna hit OK. All right, I guess I can cover up my face. I'll cover up my face for the chat box. It's all good. And we're just going to put that thing right there. So y'all can be seen with me. When you come in, you watch the Voch Lombardi show, you watch Voch Lombardi live, you get to look at that. You get to see the chat. You get to see the chat right there. Y'all famous with me. There you go. We do this together. You heard? All right, so we're gonna minimize that, and I'm going to jump right back into my comment section. All right, let's scroll up and take a look. What have I missed? Iman Shumpman, what's happening, bro? JD McCoy, what up, dude? Man, I'm just playing. I don't mind the Cowboys. What's good? Yeah, man, I know you're just playing, man. Just a little bit of harmless trash talk. Don't worry about it. John Hargrove, man, Artie Burns. Hey, man, Artie Burns kind of got beat up on the Cowboys. You know when Pittsburgh played the Cowboys. I'm gonna leave you alone though. Let's see. I have a crazy idea. Thoughts on Zach Cunningham? I don't know if you've heard. I've heard of Zach Cunningham. Zach Cunningham is actually on my list. I wish y'all can see this sheet of paper that's hanging up on the wall to the right of me with my list of prospects on it. It's about 60 or so prospects. They're lined up by position or whatnot. And man, you guys should see it, man. And I just been slowly crossing off names on that thing. And I haven't even started to cram prospects yet. I'm gonna start cramming in January and December. And these videos really gonna fly out. But I haven't gotten to Zach Cunningham yet. But I'm gonna get to him. I'm gonna get to him. Let me just say this, man. It's a lot of these people, and I've realized this. I'm not really a draft buff. I'm more of a talent evaluator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's some people that I talk to there in my group or whatnot, and they're like, "Hey, man, coach, what you think about Jimbo Jenkins from Obscure State? He's gonna come out in 2019. What do you think about him?" I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea about. I don't know that dude, man. Like y'all way better than me. Like it's December now, and I know some guys that got like 6-round mock drafts out. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man Antoine, man, Mr. Football 101, something like that. Shouts out to him, man. Like he gets it done, man. But I'm not that dude. So basically, what I put out on my channel is the film that I've seen already. I don't fly through the film like everybody else. I take my time on each prospect, and I can paint a perfect picture. And that's kind of where we make this partnership, right? To where you guys can go, hey, there's this obscure offensive lineman from what's his face. His name is Julian Davenport. I think that's the dude with the that goes to Obscure State University. You know what I'm saying? The offensive lineman Julian Davenport. Hey man, check him out. And I'll go check him out because I never heard of him. I'll go check him out. Then I paint this picture of him, and that's how we work together. You see what I'm saying? Let's jump back into these comments. So if you have a comment about any type of draft stuff, make it a comment about what we've seen, like what videos have been made already. Let's keep it that. Okay, WT Beater is Ali. What up, my boy? Ali is one of my platinum guys, one of my day one guys. I'll never forget you. Let's see. If Oakman isn't good at defensive end, can he be a good tight end? I think Sean Oakman would be a great bodyguard at some club. Like not body, bouncer. I think he'll be a good bodyguard too. I think he'll be a great bodyguard, a great bouncer. He should be in the Secret Service. He should protect the president. He should go join SEAL Team 6. He should go do something like that. But football, nah, get out of there. Go be an MMA fighter. Look, hey, go be an MMA fighter. I'm sure you'll find some great dealings in that. Yes, Jadaris, we are lit. He does have an experience of dealing with defensive ends. Yeah, okay. How do you like Fournette to the Jets? Man, I like Leonard Fournette wherever he goes, man. That's one of them blue chip guys, man. Like Leonard Fournette he's one of those guys. Like you can say all that running back crap if you want to, man. He's one of the best players in this draft, and you put him on your team, he switches it up for you. You know what I'm saying? He brings an extra dimension. I like Fournette wherever he goes. Vapid Decompression. Thank you for being here. Enrique Valencia, thank you for being here. Dalvin Cook is better in my opinion. Leave a comment. Tell me why, Enrique. Tell me why Dalvin Cook is better. Emmanuel, Dalvin Cook looks more complete. Leonard is just super athletic. I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean by that. I think if anything, Leonard is a tad bit more complete. Let me say this. Like, everything in the National Football League, like everybody's a pro. Everybody's a professional. That's why I hate when you hear like, "Hey man, who will win out of like the Cleveland Browns and like Alabama?" Alabama would die a horrible death because everybody on the Cleveland Brown team is a professional, right? So when you put all professionals together, the differences become marginal, right? So when you look at Leonard Fournette, you look at Dalvin Cook, their draft spots may be 10 picks apart, 5, 6, 7, 8 picks apart, but I think they're relatively close skill wise. They both check off boxes, but what you have to do is you have to look at the levels in which they do some of these things, right? Like they both have I wish I had my notes in front of them so I could sound professional, but they both have home run speed, straight line speed. They both run with power. They both have stiff arm and spin moves. They're both quick. They both use quickness in tight spaces. They use quickness in open field. They both catch the ball with their hands. They're sure-handed catchers. They They both have enough body build on them to be able to take a pounding to be a bell cow guy, right? So like when they both have these things, what separates them? Right? Like what small thing separates, man? You have to look at it on that level, like a micro level, right? So when I look at Leonard Fournette compared to Dalvin Cook, like Dalvin Cook could be better at his home run game, right? They both have home run ability, but Dalvin could be better at his home run game. And they both can be quick. They both can be fast, but Leonard is quick and fast at 230 pounds. He has an extra 20 pounds on these guys, right? Leonard Fournette, like Dalvin is powerful, but Leonard is fucking powerful, right? Like Dalvin has a stiff arm, but Leonard is fucking stiff arm. You see what I'm saying? Like that one viral video of Leonard Fournette running over number 2 from Ole Miss. Dalvin don't do that to people, right? Dalvin can run people over, but he's not flipping nobody on their neck. You see what I'm saying? So it's all marginal. I had this one dude in my Facebook group. I'm not even coming at him crazy like that, but he was like, I think Dalvin Cook's a better route runner. I like his hands a little better, and I think he has the speed. I'm like, are you judging him as a X receiver or as a running back, right? Like if you want to like route running, a swing, a out, a Texas pattern, and like screens, right? That's the routes that we're looking for, right? You're a running back. You don't need all that. Now, granted, you get points as a running back if you can do some TJ Yeldon type stuff and go line up at the X receiver, or some Le'Veon Bell stuff and go line up at the X receiver, the AB or the Y or the Z, and you go run some routes. You'll get some points there. I haven't seen Dalvin necessarily do that. You know what I'm saying? He may have done it like once or twice, but I've never seen him go line up at the X and just fit in like a receiver. Like he's still a running back there. You see what I'm saying? So I do think that Leonard is better because he does almost everything Dalvin does, but with more power, and he does it 30 pounds bigger, 20 pounds bigger. And that's a big difference in the National Football League, man. That's a big difference. Let's see, Cook back. This vision thing. Look, this is how I look at vision, right? I'm talking about Lucas Anderson right now. This is how I look at vision. Like you either got it or you don't. Right, you're either Trent Richardson or you can see, right? There's no big marginal difference in Cook's vision and Fournette's vision, right? People say Christian McCaffrey has the best vision out of the running backs in his class. Okay, maybe he does, but it's marginal. That's very, very small. It's not a big difference between him and like the number 4th guy. You see what I'm saying? If you got vision, you got it. If you don't, then you don't. All right. So, okay, I feel you. More agile, I don't agree. If you've seen Leonard Fournette, you know that dude is LaShawn McCoy type quick, right? And not only do I like Leonard's quickness, you can go back and look at the Leonard Fournette video. Go back and look at it. Like he can transition from I can be quick, take one step, then go into powerful. He doesn't have to build up 4 or 5 steps to be powerful. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, I just don't agree. I just don't agree. Oh man. And Leo isn't the best running back in his team. Darius Geis is a special man. Hey man, I'm gonna have to watch that film, bro. Y'all doing that. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Is Ohio State gonna win it all? Nah. They play Clemson. First they gotta beat Clemson. If they happen to beat Clemson, Alabama's a buzzsaw. So we can get deeper in that if you want to. Come on, it's Alabama Zeke. And then, I lost that. I scrolled way down there. Who did that? Let me come all the way back. Let me read that comment again. Come on, it's Alabama Zeke and everyone else. It's Alabama Zeke and everyone else. I don't know what that means, Enrique. Let's see. I'm all about the wild card right now. I really think Fournette, talent-wise, is the best, and Cook is second. That's how I feel. I feel like Cook is the second. But I feel McCaffrey could last a while in the NFL because of his receiving ability. You know, when Christian McCaffrey first came out and I told people that he was Danny Woodhead, they thought I was being disrespectful. Danny Woodhead is a starting running back in the National Football League. It's just that Melvin Gordon, he works there too. But like Danny Woodhead he's a damn good runner. He's a damn good catcher, protector, all that type of stuff. He's not an elite runner. He's not a super elite runner, but he's an NFL starter. People are getting mad when I say that Christian McCaffrey is Danny Woodhead. Oh, you're saying that because he's white. I'm saying that because they play alike. Shut up. Mind your business. Toby Gerhart's white. They don't play alike. You don't see me comparing them to Toby Gerhart. Shut up. These are real things, man. People really say this stuff. Voch, like Peyton said, you guys take a look at the guy Zach Cunningham. I'm gonna take a look at him. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna look at a lot of linebackers soon, man. I just dropped the Reuben Foster video yesterday. Tell me what y'all think about Reuben Foster. I dropped the Reuben Foster video yesterday, and I think I'm going to do a lot more linebackers since I'm in the mood for linebackers. So look out for the new rich homie Quan McMillan, Jared Davis, Gerard Davis, however you say his name. Zach Cunningham. A lot of guys want to know about Carroll Phillips and all that. So we're definitely gonna look into all that. Lieutenant Dan Spencer, what's happening, man? Leonard Fournette has natural gifts, but at times he struggles with vision. Show me. Show me where. Go look at Texas Tech, Ole Miss, and Auburn just off the top of my head. He has great vision. Cook does not. I think Cook has Fournette in that area and as a pass catcher, but that's about it. Hey man, I ain't seen Leonard drop no passes yet. Every time I seen Leonard catch, he catches with his hands, and on his infamous Ole Miss choo-choo train play, he lined up at fullback. He caught the ball out of the backfield. So I mean, I don't know where y'all getting that from. What do you think of the Chiefs rookies? Damn, two teams right. Tyreek and Chris Jones and who else the Chiefs? The Chiefs draft. I'm glad they letting Tyreek play football. I'll tell you that much. And he's just now becoming fantasy relevant. I guess it's because Jeremy Macklin's gotten hurt, so he's gotten a few more looks. Kid's explosive though, and a kicking game superstar. I don't like to say special teams, just letting y'all know he's a kicking game superstar. So, you know, I like Tyreek. I think the Chiefs are the quietest team in the National Football League, man. Like that team is scary, but they're quiet because don't nobody watch them. Only people watch Kansas City games are like people in Kansas City are like Chiefs fans, man. Like the Chiefs are scary good. I don't want to see them in the Super Bowl, so somebody go ahead and beat them. So when the Cowboys get there, we don't have to see them. I haven't watched a lot of film on Chris Jones, so pardon me. You tell me how they're doing. Let me know. If you could pick one of the guys to turn Atlanta around, who would you have them to take? Like, you know, I'm just going to guess and say that he means like relative around Atlanta's projected pick, I'm guessing. So Atlanta could pick anywhere between 18 to like 24, anywhere between there. I think Atlanta's probably going to continue to build that defense, or they may make a move on the offensive line. I think the line is okay, but I think they're going to take the best defender available. So, you know, as far as turning them around, I don't think Atlanta is that far away from being, you know, where they need to be. So, you know, add a pass rusher or something. I mean, there's always moves you can make. So it's always add a big fatty in the middle. Darius said, "What's up, Daniel? The boss, what's happening, man? Glad to have you here. Holding it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey. I only know about Zach Cunningham because of Vanderbilt. Right. Cool. Fournette is simply incredible. I have a feeling that he will need something to line down. Could get his best. My Facebook squad. What's happening, man? Artie Burns was my least favorite pick, but he bounced back since the Cowboys game. He's been much better. Noted it when I was watching Game Pass. Man, I want Game Pass, but I don't know if I want to watch that much NFL football, man. College football has been so much better to me this year, man. I will say this is how I rank football, right? It's like Cowboys football first, okay? Then it's college football, then it's NFL football. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'll never put another team in front of the Cowboys, and I don't have a college team. I'm sort of a North Carolina Tar Heels fan, but I don't get butt hurt about Tar Heels like Alabama fans or Ohio State fans or Florida State fans. You see what I'm saying? I don't get butt hurt over Tar Heels like that. I only put my emotion into being a Cowboys fan, and I watch a lot of college football. So like I'm not really like, I don't really I only watch enough NFL football as I have to. All right. And I watch it, but it's getting hard to enjoy it really, really, really. We need some more stars, man. And this draft is full of stars. I need more Dan Feeney in my life. Hilarious. Man, if Fournette ends up in Charlotte, boy, oh boy. Y'all, hey man, let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't want Leonard Fournette going to a good team. Right? Let me just go on this little tangent, this little rant that I hate when people do. Well, Leonard Fournette possibly cannot be better than Dalvin Cook. Look at what Leonard Fournette did against Florida and Alabama. Well, Leonard Fournette can only run with the blocks put in front of him. Well, Florida State played against Florida. Why couldn't he do better against them? Well, because Florida State actually has a quarterback that can put the ball downfield accurately. LSU does not. Okay. I've always been a big proponent of look at the stats. Pardon me. Don't look at the stats. Look at the traits. I look at traits. Nothing else. I don't care about performance. Pardon me, I'm lying. Performance is part of traits. I'm bugging, man, because I'm getting upset. I don't care about stats. I don't care about your numbers. I don't care about your records. He averaged 3.45 in this team, and he had this many broken tackle yards after. I don't care about none of that. I'm looking at your traits. Okay? David Johnson is clearly a more productive running back now than he was when he went to, I forgot the team. It was a purple team, David Johnson. I forgot David Johnson. But he came out that in 2014, I believe. 2014, 2015. He came out 2015 because the Cowboys were actually looking at drafting a running back, but we didn't draft a running back. You're only as productive, especially as a running back. You're only as productive as what's put in front of you. So if you're one of these guys that say Leonard Fournette isn't like you're iffy on Leonard Fournette because he doesn't do well against Alabama or this and that. Well, I dare you to say Adrian Peterson isn't a good running back with his 1.9 yards per carry. I wish you would say Todd Gurley isn't a good running back. You know the type of season he's having. I wish you would. It's all about your situation, especially as a running back. Okay? So that's why I don't really play the who's going to have a better pro career. Because Leonard could end up in Cleveland, and Dalvin could end up in Philly. Shit, I ain't got to explain no more, right? So you see who clearly has the better opportunity there. It's all about opportunities, man. We'll see who's better in the league. No. We're not talking about the future. We're talking about traits that we see right now. And y'all don't want to see Leonard Fournette go to a good football team. And you definitely don't want to be in that division with that football team. If Leonard Fournette goes to Carolina, all you Saints fans, you Falcons fans, you Tampa Bay fans, hey, man. Good luck with that. Do you think Matt Barkley should start for the Bears? Yes, I do. This is why. I feel like a lot of teams like to draft rookie quarterbacks, throw them in the fire, and they let them roll around in dirt and manure and filth and sewage, and next thing you know, your quarterback has lost his confidence. You look at the situation that a guy like Dak Prescott is in. You have the league's best running back in the backfield, offensive line in front of you, receiving core that can make it fly, great, offense coordinator. That's a hell of a situation for a young quarterback to step into. And you can be productive. Now, if the Cowboys don't get Super Bowl this year, they got a better chance next year because, Dak has grown with that team, right? A lot of teams do it backwards. They get the quarterback first, then they build the rest of the team. Andrew Luck is having a hard time with his team. Andrew Luck is better than Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. Andrew Luck is way better than Dak Prescott. But his offensive line is pretty bad. That defense is pretty bad. So when I look at Matt Barkley, I've seen enough from Matt Barkley that suggests, you know what, you can hold it down for 2 or 3 more years. Want to know somebody that's underrated? What's the kid's name? Brian Hoyer. Remember that one time Brian Hoyer almost took the Browns to the playoffs, but the Browns were just bad? Remember that one time when Brian Hoyer took the Texans to the playoffs, but the Texans were like bad? Remember that one time Jay Cutler went out and Brian Hoyer came in, put up big points, won like 3 games or something like that? 2 games? However many? Like he did well. He did great. Brian Hoyer is very underrated. So if I'm the Chicago Bears, I build that team around current quarterback or future quarterback, whether it be Matt Barkley or someone else. So, man, go get somebody on that defense, man. Can you imagine Myles Garrett or Jonathan Allen on that Bears defense and just letting the offense do whatever it's going to do? Even if you're bad on offense, if that defense can put you in good field position, Matt Barkley can be pretty damn good. See what I'm saying? Especially if that defense is built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you already got Alshon and look, I like Jordan Howard, but I like Fournette way better, right? So, I mean, not to take the Bears out of the running back market, but I think they got a decent backfield situation. You put that with the decent receiver situation with Kevin and Alshon, and maybe you add a piece to the offensive line or something like that. Let Matt Barkley play for 2 more years, build somebody around him, and Matt can be your bridge guy to your future quarterback. See what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. What do you think about the Bears rookies? Pace drafted studs these last 2 years. I really like the Leonard Floyd pick. Leonard Floyd was one of my guys. If you go back and watch that film session, I was excited about Leonard Floyd. Plus, they got one of my guys, Jonathan Bullard, man. So, unfortunately, I don't watch too much Bears football. But I am hearing that Leonard Floyd is doing good things, and I really do wish that Jonathan Bullard was on my team. So, finally comes out and says Cleveland would demolish Alabama with no problems. Absolutely, Lucas. Like all that. That rhetoric, man, that can Alabama beat a pro football team? Nah, cut it out, man. These are all pros. You're saying a Pop Warner team can't beat the Browns. A Pop Warner team cannot beat the Browns. Dalvin Cook is more explosive and is running better at making nothing into something, better at receiving, and more elusive than Leo. I mean, hey, man, if that's what you see, if that's what you see, Enrique, I respect your analysis. I mean, I respect everybody's analysis, but I think everything that you just named right here, I think Leonard Fournette does all that at 20 pounds heavier, so doesn't lose a step. The Browns do have 26 or something rookies. That's hilarious. This Alabama team may be the most talented unit since the U. Erlings and the Taylor Fields, as close as you could try to make this argument. Well, this is my thing. This is how I look at it, right? And this is how I try to rationalize pro football teams. And it all started when I was looking at the Dallas offense one day. It looks like a backyard football game. I lost it. It looks like a backyard football game. Somebody said, "Hey man, let me take the quarterback from Mississippi State. Let me take the running back from Ohio State. Let me get these offensive linemen, the kid from Notre Dame, the kid from USC, the kid from Wisconsin, the kid from LSU, the kid from where the hell Ron Larry from? Memphis. Right. And let's get that wide receiver from Baylor, and that wide receiver from Oklahoma State. Like it's a pro team is basically a college all-star team. Right? And Alabama, they can beat a regular team. But if you take the best players in college football right now that aren't on Alabama, they would beat Alabama. Right? For instance, so let's just build a team. This is fun. Put this in your damn comment section, right? This is fun. Let's take Lamar Jackson, Who's let's take Lamar Jackson, Leonard Fournette. Let's build the best offensive line. Let's get John Ross. Okay, on the other side, let's get like Mike Williams. Okay, let's put Adoree Jackson around just so he can do like fun stuff and and get around. And let's put like Corey Davis in a slot or something. Right, that team could put hands all over Alabama. Right. That's what pro teams are. Pro teams are college all-star teams. Let's look at the defenses, right? Let's take let's take Jonathan Allen and Malik McDowell. Put them on the inside. On the outside, let's take Myles Garrett and Derek Barnett. Okay? Let's just start with that for starters. Okay? Your box can be Zach Cunningham, like Raekwon McMillan, and like Carol Phillips. Okay? Jared Davis, right? And you take both the corners from Florida, put them in there. Right? If you want Jabril Peppers in there, put Jabril Peppers in there somewhere. Malik Hooker and Jamal Adams back deep. That's what the Cleveland Browns. That's what NFL football teams are. They're college all-star teams. Now these are all first-round prospects I named, but you kind of get the point of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like like Joe Hayden would put hands all over the receiver, right? Joe Hayden would put hands all over those kids, right? Can you imagine Jamie Collins hitting Bo Scarborough in the neck? How big is Jalen Hurts? How big is Jalen Hurts? Can you imagine Emmanuel Ogbah getting his hands on Jalen Hurts? I don't want to hear anything about can Alabama beat the Cleveland Browns. Look, damn it. Look, bro, like I see Cam Robinson have trouble with the regular people that he play. Put an NFL defensive end in front of Cam Robinson, see what happens. Man, look, like it's fun to make these little debates, and y'all and it's cool that the media does it. It sparks conversation, but cut it out. Let's cut that crap out, all right? Who's the top corner you've seen in this class? Haven't started watching them yet. We're gonna do that after quarterback week. Just a quick with OJ Howard at tight end. Well, OJ Howard's on Alabama, so with the ass kid, but Booty. What the kid name? Jake Butt. With him at tight end, then shit. Come on, man. I want to hear that. Quarterback week. Don't miss out on it. It starts Monday. December 12th through the 16th. We have Monday is going to be Deshaun Kaiser. Tuesday will be Mitch Trubisky. Then Deshaun Watson on Wednesday. Boy, y'all gonna think I'm hating on Deshaun Watson when y'all see that video. Thursday we're gonna have Brad Kaya. We're gonna have a mystery prospect at number 5. See if y'all can guess who the mystery guy is. Let me see something. I should be. Okay, cool. I am. I'm doing that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to check on some details on the situation. All right, cool. We back. Tight end's amazing. Sarah Washington, Marshall Lattimore. What's good, Voch? What's up, Valencia? What's good, Voch? Are the Cowboys going to lose the first round of playoffs? I mean, they might, but I don't think they are. Cowboys are built like playoff teams. They're built like winning playoff teams, right? They have a quarterback that doesn't make a lot of mistakes. They have a defense that's great in the red zone. They give up a lot of yards, but they're great in the red zone. We're like the number 2 red zone team or something like that, red zone efficiency. And we have a hellified run game. So I don't think the Cowboys get kicked in the first round. I think we've seen the best defenses that the National Football League has to offer. And we've done pretty decent against them. So I don't really buy into the narrative that Dallas are gonna lose in the first round. You know anything about Joe Mixon? I watch him and Samaj P. Ryan all the time. It's really because I'm watching Samaj P. Ryan and I just end up watching Joe Mixon. But I like Joe Mixon. What about the Reuben Foster versus Miles Jack and Jalen Smith? Man, I don't even want to have that conversation because I'm going to get very, very angry. I think Miles Jack is the best linebacker in the past, the best linebacker prospect in the last 5 years. I don't want to hear nothing about Reuben Foster versus Miles Jack. If I have time, I'll come back and watch it. I'm not watch. I'll come back and have this conversation with y'all maybe at the end of the live stream or whatever. But I will get very angry at a Reuben Foster versus Miles Jack conversation. I hate it. I do think he's a first round player though, and I do think he's way better than okay and just not too great. I think he's way better than that. I just wish he would react a little differently. But you can fix that though. You can definitely fix that though. If you teach McCaffrey, I think if you teach McCaffrey a little receiver, you got something special. Hey man, McCaffrey could line up at receiver. I think he can do that. Yeah, it's in his skill set. Just like T.J. Yeldon, it's in his skill set. He can line up at receiver. Who would you rather draft, O.J., John Ross, or defense? Man, give me a pass rusher, man. We need him. I love to have O.J. Howard though to be new Jason though. Man, I would love O.J. Howard, and I'm cool as far as my second receiver situation. It's either O.J. Howard or best pass rusher available. Let's see. What's up, Jay? Thanks for tuning in, Jay. Emmanuel Banto, not talking as a Cowboys fan. How do you think of the Giants? It depends on which Eli you get. If you get good Eli, it could be a close game. If you get bad Eli, it could be a wash. I think the Dallas Cowboys offense is a different offense than they were in week 1. I think Ezekiel has really figured out this whole run game thing. We backed him up 1 yard, and he seems to see the defense a little better. Y'all know that pass that Dez Bryant threw against the Vikings? It was a double route. It was a dig and go. He ran a 10-yard dig and he turned that into a go, right? Into a fade or whatever to the end zone. Well, he didn't get to the end zone, but he went deep or whatever. Dak wouldn't have made that throw in week 1. Because that throw, it takes a while to develop. You got to stand in the pocket. You got to wait for Dez to get open. Dak wouldn't have made that throw. Dak would have checked down and got the ball to a running back or something. Dak will hit you downfield now. And so I also hate that when people say Dak's good because of the run game and his offensive line is Zeke or whatever. I mean, that's partially true, but Dak is making some big boy throws out there, man. So I don't want to hear none of that tomfoolery y'all talking about. What are your comps for Leo and Dalvin? I don't have comps for them. I don't like to do player comparisons because they end up getting out of hand, and people just don't understand when I compare players. What do I see from them? Like when I was looking at Joey Bosa or whatever, I was like, I see a little bit of Jared Allen in him, right? But I wasn't speaking in the sense of production because Jared Allen is a Hall of Famer. I was talking about play style. I could have said Kyle Vanden Bosch, but somebody would have called me disrespectful. Kyle Vanden Bosch, he's better than that. You can't say the word J.J. Watt because then you put too much expectation on the kid. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like to do player comparisons. So I don't have one for Dalvin and Leo. Nah, I don't. I don't care what y'all say. Dalvin's pro comp is D'Angelo Williams. That's fair. Some people say Brian Westbrook. That's fair. Mitch Trubisky. Don't do Mitch like that. Don't do Mitch like that. His video comes out Tuesday. Peep it out. Got to watch Cook. Sorry, I just don't like some guys. Buzz. Mitch scares me as a prospect. What do you think Carolina should do? Problems all over the place. What's up, Bama? You mean what should Carolina do? Carolina Panthers do? Or the Tar Heels do? Because I see they talking about Mitch Trubisky there. I'm assuming you talking about the Carolina Panthers. Hey, man, protect Cam. Protect Cam is your first problem. And get your pass rush back where you need to be. You don't have the same corners you have, so you got to make your pass rush step up a little bit. Prime D'Angelo was great. Hey, D'Angelo in Carolina was a beast, man. D'Angelo in Pittsburgh now is a beast. It's just, I see what you're saying, though. I want Mitch to go back to college for another year. Actually, can be fan. Blah, 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 blah. Don't even get me started on Deshaun Kaiser. Get started on Deshaun Kaiser. Talk to him. Northern Iowa, yes. Thank you, Lucas. Northern Iowa for David Johnson, yes. I was like, the purple team. Yes, thank you, Northern Iowa. No such thing as a complete quarterback out of this draft. They all got little quirks. Hey, man, it happens. If you have to do one, I know they're actually different players. Would you rather take Okay, if you had to have one, who would you rather take, Jonathan Allen or Derek Barnett? Man, I think that's Jonathan Allen, man. Jonathan is different. Jonathan Allen is just different. That dude is smart. He's strong. He's quick. I'd rather Jonathan play the 3-tech. He either a 3-tech and an even front, which is a 4-3, or a defensive end and a 3-4. That's why I want Jonathan Allen play. I don't too much like him as a 4-3 defensive end. But Jonathan Allen or Derek Barnett, I want Jonathan, man, all day. Which team should take quarterbacks in the mid-round? Let's just say what teams could use quarterbacks. Wish I had a list. Let's see, NFL teams. I'll pull up a list here. And I'll tell you as I see them. Let's see. Cleveland could be looking at a quarterback. I don't think they take one. Minnesota could be looking at quarterback. I doubt they take one. Chicago could be looking at quarterback. They could, but I don't know if they take one. The Saints should be looking at quarterback. Controversy. Not sure if they take one. Houston Texans should be looking at quarterback. You know how that go. People telling me that Jacksonville could allegedly be looking at quarterback if they're out on Blake Bortles, but I don't think that's the route they're going to go. At least not early, not in the first rounds. People saying Miami, I'm not bad. I think Tannehill's fine. People saying the Jets could go quarterback, but they just got Hackenberg, so I don't know how that go. Who's going to come in when Eli's gone could be a conversation. Denver could be looking at quarterbacks. Arizona definitely should 100% look at quarterback. Kansas City Chiefs could possibly be thinking about considering looking at quarterback. And San Francisco. San Francisco are definitely in the quarterback market. So let me go back to cool. Yes, there you go. I think it's a matter of how fast that quarterback learns. Okay. Matt Barkley is A.J. McCarron, but doesn't understand his limitations, which lead to terrible decision making. He is smart, but doesn't make good decisions. Okay, I'll give you that. What do you mean he threw zero interceptions when playing in the snow? Talk to him. Leandro, what's happening, man? Lombardi, if Dalvin Cook falls to the Packers, do you think they will get him? With the problem the Packers have at the running back position, P.S. I'm a Packers fan. Hey, man, if the Packers get their hands on Dalvin Cook, somebody pray for the rest of the NFC North, all right? I do think Dalvin Cook is in play if he falls that far, which he could fall that far. He either catching the plan. Y'all really arguing about Matt Barkley, huh? Let me see. Where we at? That's one game. Give me a bigger sample size. Do you think Clemson is going to beat Ohio State? Man, look, I will say this about Deshaun Watson. When y'all look at my film session, y'all gonna think I'm hating on him, but the dude's a gamer, man. Like, he comes to play and he wins football games. He's a damn winner. So I can see Deshaun Watson beating Ohio State, but Alabama different, man. Alabama different. That defense is somehow better than last year's defense. Ooh, la, la, la. Yeah, I think it's him. Yeah, okay. Like I said, guys, your thoughts on DeMarcus Walker. I'll get there. What's up, Brandon Feinstein? You guys tune in to quarterback week, man. Just another reminder, man. Quarterback week starts Monday, the 12th, and 5 days in a row. We're going to have 5 videos 5 days in a row, every day. So it's going to be quarterback week. It's kind of like Shark Week. So, tune into that. Lamar Jackson probably, he wasn't in this class. No, Lamar's not in this class, Pat Mahomes, the booty kid. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But you should look at Josh Dobbs. I'm going to look at Josh Dobbs, man. My whole thing about Josh Dobbs is that he's probably going to play for NASA's football team. Let me go ahead and touch on this. D. Rich, what's happening, bro? Let me go ahead and just touch on this right now and address this. Just watch that video about Joey Bosa being a bust. You got to take that back now. I will not. Let me explain. And let me say it like this. Jadeveon Clowney is number 1 overall pick. When Jadeveon Clowney came in, he had expectations of being the best thing yet at the defensive end position. We thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to come in and change the game on defensive end. He hasn't done that, but he has been a good, productive, serviceable defensive end. We've seen Jadeveon Clowney beat up on people when he's healthy, but we will still be inclined to call Jadeveon Clowney a bust because he hasn't lived up to expectations. Now, let me tell you what the expectations on Joey Bosa were. Okay, let me tell you what I was hearing. This is why I made that video. Let me tell you how I feel about Joey Bosa and the things that people were saying about him. They were saying that he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. They say he was the best player in that class. They say he could play outside linebacker. They say he was going to come in and change the game. Da 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 boom boom boom. And I simply didn't buy that. I wasn't buying what the draft media was selling about Joey Bosa. Now, you see the Chargers picked him. You see Joey's ass ain't playing in that 3-4 look. You see he's not doing that, right? Also, if you go back and look at my Joey Bosa video, like you'll hear me say 1,000 times, hey, I'm not hating on the dude. I just don't see a number 1 overall pick. I say I like Joey. I just don't want him to go to the Cowboys. And that's true. I thought there were prospects that were better than Joey Bosa. Ezekiel Elliott definitely turned out to be better than Joey Bosa. Carson Wentz. I even thought Jared Goff at the time. Jared Goff still got a little time to see what he turns into. Miles Jack, you definitely can tell me nothing about Miles Jack. Jalen Smith, injuries aside, I thought all these guys were better than Joey Bosa, and there was no way that he could be the first overall pick. He just wasn't the best football player in that class to me. So that's why I made my videos and said what I said about Joey Bosa. I didn't one time say Joey Bosa was horrible. I may have said Noah Spence was a better pass rusher. I may have said that. But one thing I said about Joey Bosa, I said, man, I don't know if he'll get 16 sacks a game. 16 sacks a year. People were saying that. People were saying Joey Bosa may get 16 sacks a year. I'm not buying that. I was like, he's more of a 6, 7, or 8 guy. That's about accurate. And he was an outstanding run blocker. I don't take back nothing I said about Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa has been productive thus far with the Chargers. Joey Bosa has been productive, and I still wouldn't have taken Joey Bosa at number 4 over Ezekiel Elliott. So, nah, I ain't taking nothing back. I mean that. How do you feel about the Steelers versus Cowboys rematch? I think the Steelers get done worse. Of course, I'm going to put on for my team. Dante Foreman. I wish this daggone thing quit shooting me back down to the bottom. Let me go back. The comments keep shooting me back down to the bottom. Bad year to reach it off. And you're right, it's a horrible year to reach it offensive line. I wouldn't do it. Look at Josh Dobbs. I'm going to look at Josh Dobbs at some point. Okay, here we go. I like to cry and drink next to a kind of like some sad music. Hey, man, let me read this out loud. I'd cry. Hold on, wait, time out. I'd have a cry and drink. I'd have to. Okay, my bad. I can't read. My bad, y'all. I'd have to cry and drink next to a candle, listen to sad music if Green Bay got Dalvin. Vikings fan. That's hilarious, man. Hey, that's funny. That's hysterical. What's your background in football, Brandon Feinstein? I used to coach let me say this. I played football for 7 years on the high school level. And then I could have coached on the junior college level, I could have played at the junior college level, but I wanted to jump right into coaching. So instead of going the junior college route, I did some assistant coaching at the college that I went to, University of Southern Mississippi. The University of Southern Mississippi is located in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, also where that's where the Oak Grove High School football team is. The head coach, well, not the head coach, but the offense coordinator of that football team is Brett Favre. So I coached some high school in Mississippi at my hometown Mississippi. I did some college work, and I kind of sat in a room with Brett Favre and and picked his brain apart without him knowing that I was an espionage type spy. So that's my background in football. I played and I've coached a little bit. I haven't coached on the professional level. I wish I could. And I haven't coached on any super duper college level. I wish I could. But I do think I have enough football knowledge to do my job pretty well. So Brandon Feinstein, that's my story. I played and I coached. Do you think the Packers will make the playoffs this year? Probably. Probably. We'll see. Depends on what the Lions do for the rest of the season. Garrett Grayson's on the practice squad. Hysterical. I just said that. Enough of these guys. I think I should get picked number one. Yeah, I'm moving on. We about to throw down, Voch. No, we are not. The Steelers actually have to make the playoffs, man. So, boo-hoo. If LSU hires Lane Kiffin, will LSU finally be able to compete against Alabama? I don't know, man, because Lane Kiffin is a great coordinator, but I don't think Lane Kiffin can go out there and scout like these guys do, man. A lot goes into beating Nick Saban, man. You got to scout better. You got to coach better. I know what you mean, Blue Spin. I know what you mean. You got to scout better. You got to coach better. You got to evaluate better. You got to have this well-oiled machine that Saban's been working on for a decade. You just can't come in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years talking about let's go beat Nick Saban. Like, you got to get your program in order. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't think Lane Kiffin can come in and just put hands on Alabama. Or, they could probably get into the playoffs, but I think Kiffin is a better coordinator than he is an actual, coach, talent grabber, and all that. Shouts out to I'm Not Gabe. This is my first time seeing you. This is my first time seeing your name here, so shouts out to you. I am Gabe. Another first time name I see, Brandon Vandergraft. What's up, man? What's your opinion on how Jordan Howard has played this season? I think he's done exactly what we thought he was going to do. He was going to get the ball and go north in a hurry. People call him a north and south run. He don't go south at all. He go north. So, but he's had a pretty good year in Chicago. So, shouts out to Jordan Howard. Do you think there's a chance Cam Robinson slips into the second round? Nah, I think Cam is a first round guard or a first round right tackle. So nah, I haven't watched film on Charles Harris yet, but I do like Tim Williams though. So if Jonathan Hankins leave New York Giants, which 3-tech defensive lineman can replace him? Relative to where the Giants are. Pardon me for screaming in the mic there. Relative to where the Giants are, I don't know, man. The kid from Washington is more of a nose tackle. You got Wormley, you got Jones, you got Watkins. It's a lot of options at defensive tackle. You got the kid from LSU. You got the Latula kid. You got Brantley. Man, that's a lot of defensive tackle options, and I don't want to give you, I don't want to say this is who you guys should get because I haven't watched a film session on them, but there are some available defensive tackles there. So, keep your eyes on the channel, man. Keep your eyes on the channel. I'm gonna definitely do. Dalvin Show. Yeah, the LSU kid. Yeah. Look out on the channel. I'm definitely going to be covering all these guys. So look out for me. Oregon went from Marcus Mariota to the toilet. I agree. I agree. Thanks for responding, man. Much appreciated. I love your work. I'm currently a Florida State student and an avid sports fan. What are your thoughts on the Orange Bowl matchup between the Noles and Michigan? I think it'll be a I think as a Florida State fan, like as a Florida State student, oh my God, that student section, that's the game you want to be at, right? Oh man, but I think that's going to be a damn good football game because Florida State has a lot of They got a lot of guys on defense, and the quarterback with the French name can definitely get things done. But I do think that Michigan should be one of the playoff teams. I do think Ohio State. I think Michigan's better than Ohio State, and I think Penn State has earned their way in better than Michigan. Now Ohio State beat Michigan, so they've earned their way through that, right? But they didn't earn their way past Penn State. But I do think that Michigan is the better of those three teams, and they should be in the playoffs. So Florida State has their hand full with that. Let's see. It's we're at an hour 09. We're probably gonna go to an hour 30. Then we're gonna wrap this thing up. Who do you think wins the AFC North? Keep those questions in. We're gonna wrap this thing up in I can't count, 21 minutes. 20 minutes and 30 seconds. The Chipster should not go back to Oregon. What do you think? Who do you think wins the AFC North? That's AFC North. That's Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Hey man, y'all look out for Cleveland, man. They can run the table these last couple of games. No, I'm playing. Might be Baltimore. Let me look up the schedules. I'll tell you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, we got the Ravens and we have the Steelers. I'll tell y'all, dagnabbit. Give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. Steve Smith's still playing, man. You really gotta appreciate that dude, man. You gotta appreciate that dude for what he does, man. Hanging in there, being an old man and such. I'll tell you what, playing the Patriots off the rip is not a good idea. that ain't never been good for nobody. I wish I had the schedule. Okay, there's one schedule. And who's Pittsburgh play this week? The Bills. So that's two games that can be detrimental to your health there. Okay, let's see. The Steelers have the Bills, Bengals, Ravens, and Browns. Hey man. They could easily go 3-1 right there. Pittsburgh can go 3-1 or 4-0 right there. If you're the Ravens, let's see. The Ravens got the Patriots, Eagles, Steelers, Bengals. Hey, man, Pittsburgh can go on a run and find their way back in there, man. If they do, you do not want to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. Y'all don't want none of that sauce, I promise you. Let me come back in this. Who is this adding me as a friend on Facebook? Okay, Andrew, right, cool. I add you as a friend back. There you go, Andrew. Shouts out to my man Frank Scaduto, man. He's a writer at a magazine that covers Jacksonville, the Jaguars. That man shares my videos, man. Shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to that dude. Let me look up this comment I have on my YouTube. Somebody looking at O.J. Howard. This is informative and entertaining. I agree. He's one of those tight ends. Okay, cool. I got you. Cool. Look, man, like in case y'all didn't know, I read all my comments, right? Like every single one of them. And I look at everything that's ever been said on every single one of my videos, right? If y'all ever left a comment or any type of feedback, I appreciate y'all, man. For real. I appreciate y'all. So thanks. I was just talking to my man Blue Spin the other day. It was all like, yo, Voch, have you on the channel for a minute, Boom. Well, yeah, I remember you. I remember you touching bases on my videos, man. Do you think the Bears will fire John Fox? Probably. After this season, I don't know. But it's coming soon, though. John Fox better make some progress. Do you think it would be worth it for the Vikings to trade into the first round for a guy like Cam Robinson? Nope. I do not use all my assets on a guy like Cam Robinson. Just use the picks you got because I know the Vikings have a couple seconds and a couple thirds. I think. Hey man, just play. Just play and get your guys. Don't move around. Just take the best players available and just move around. First and foremost, I think trading the first round pick for Sam Bradford was a horrible idea. I ridiculed those guys for a good long time. That was a horrible idea, but hang in there and make your picks, man. That's what the Cowboys been doing. Hang in there and make your picks. I already have my student ticket. They sold out in 5 minutes. I think Florida State wins in a close one. We're one of the hottest teams in the nation right now. I agree. Do you think anybody takes a quarterback in the top 10 of this draft? Kaiser or Trubisky could be a top 10 guy. Watson may fall really late. Like I said, when quarterback week comes around and y'all see my Deshaun Watson video, y'all gonna think I'm hating. But, the game gonna be the game. Does Jason Witten miss Tony Romo? Nope. Jason Witten like winning. Jason Witten like winning. And if he got to block people to win, Jason don't care about catches or targets. Let's see. Peyton, I would take Harrison Smith. What was Peyton talking about? Somebody must have been talking about the defensive player of the. Okay. Is there a better safety east of Seattle? That's hilarious. Is there a better safety east of Seattle that's better than Eric Berry in your opinion, free or strong? Better than Eric Berry? Hey man, I love Eric Berry, man. So I ain't even gonna answer this question. When he was doing his free agent deal, his free agent situation last year, I was hoping the Cowboys jumped on board with him. So, hey man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I do like Landon Collins though. I like Landon Collins. I like Harrison Smith. I like all those guys. Do you see any major trades happening this year, like the Eagles and Browns last year? My thoughts on this class compared to last class. Last year's class had about 8 stars, maybe like 10, and a bunch of depth. They had like 6 rounds worth of depth last year. There's not a lot of depth this year, but there are more stars though. There's about 2 rounds worth of stars this year. So take it easy, Brandon Feinstein. I do plan on doing these more often. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming. Man, like I just walked this dude out of my house, right? Like he like this is a party. I just walked him out of the house. Oh man. So I don't know if there's gonna be any blockbuster trades to move up and get a superstar because it's 2 rounds worth of superstars this year. It's a lot of talent this year. It's not that deep. It's not as deep as it was last year, but it's a lot of top-heavy talent. So I don't see a lot of big trades going on. Voch, when is tight end week? I don't think there's going to be a tight end week. I'm just going to drop some tight ends at some point. I dropped OJ. I'm going to drop the Booty Kid and like one other tight end, maybe if I feel like it. But I just wanted to do quarterback week because people have been asking about them, and I've just been postponing and prolonging and just disregarding the quarterbacks and whatnot. I don't think every position is going to have a week because I don't plan on making 5 videos for 5 days a week. We're gonna go back to regularly scheduled program. I think I'm gonna revisit Malik McDowell soon. So I think I'm gonna revisit Malik McDowell after quarterback week. But yeah, there's not gonna be a cornerback week or a receiver week or linebacker week and nothing like that. We're just gonna get to those guys as we get to them. I just want to knock out a chunk of the quarterbacks because when I have to look at quarterbacks differently than everybody else. I can just turn the film on a linebacker or a defensive tackle or a defensive end. I can just turn the film on and tell you what I see about that. Quarterback week requires a little bit of editing. It requires notes. I had to write down some stuff, man. A lot of stuff goes into quarterback week. So what I'm going to do is that when I have time to work on it, like I did quarterback week during my Thanksgiving break. So when I have time to work on it, I'll do some more quarterbacks. But in between time, we're gonna work on everybody else. We're gonna wrap this up in about 8 or so minutes. Excuse me. In about 8 or so minutes, we're gonna wrap this thing up. Oh man, I really enjoyed y'all coming through, man. Let's see. Earl said he's our offensive lineman. Jake Butt can't block, by the way. Okay, so Jake Butt's one of those Hunter Henry type of guys. Yeah, I avoided Hunter Henry. Do you think Kirk Cousins is a franchise quarterback, top 10 guy? I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback, but I do think you gotta pay him. You gotta pay Kirk Cousins. Who else you gonna pay? What else you gonna do? So I don't think Kirk Cousins. I don't think he demands the highest paid quarterback in the league type money, but you definitely got to pay and respect Kirk Cousins. So Any other questions as far as Q&A about me? Somebody asked a question about me earlier. I don't mind answering those questions. If anybody has Q&A, if anybody wants to ask me about the games this week, college football player. As a matter of fact, let's look at the games this week. Let's look at what is this, week 13 or something? Let's see. We have Oakland versus Kansas City. That's a great game, man. That's a great game. But I do think Kansas City is going to put hands on Oakland like they did earlier. Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. I think Pittsburgh can win that. Hey, man, the San Diego Chargers are the worst team in football, but they get it done. Versus Carolina, San Diego probably win that one. Cincinnati probably beat Cleveland. I got Denver over Chicago. Indy versus Houston. I'll tell you what, man. I find myself rooting for Houston for the Texans a little more and more every week because I live in Houston, and when the Texans win, we get half off Papa John's. So I get really excited about about the Houston Texans winning a football game. So go Houston. What else we got? Minnesota versus Jacksonville. That can be very, very interesting because Minnesota cannot move the football, and Jacksonville will not be able to move it neither. That's interesting. Miami could probably beat Arizona. Philly versus Washington. Good thing this game doesn't mean anything to me since the Cowboys clinched playoff berth already. Denver can beat Tennessee. Tennessee's in the middle of a playoff race. New York Jets versus San Francisco. The Jets look bad, man. But I tell you what, Bryce Petty is not afraid to throw that damn ball downfield. But let's go with San Francisco. Green Bay versus Seattle is going to be a pretty good game. Somebody eliminate Seattle from the playoffs, so I ain't got to deal with them. But something else I don't want to deal with is I don't want to deal with Green Bay in the playoffs neither. So I don't know. But I don't know. Let's just say Green Bay wins that game. I got Atlanta over the Falcons, Tampa Bay over the Saints, the Dallas Cowboys over the Giants, and for Monday Night Football, I got New England beating Baltimore. So, all right, cool. Now let's go back to my comments, see where we at. What we got left over? Who do you think Kansas City takes out of the guys that you're saying? Kansas City's going to be on the back end of the draft, and I don't think I've watched enough guys to know, what order guys are gonna play in. So I don't know. Are you afraid of Kansas City since you're a Cowboys fan? I don't want to say I'm afraid of Kansas City. I don't want to say I'm afraid of Kansas City because you can run the football. Like, this is what I think as a Cowboys fan. A lot of people say, what's going to happen when the Cowboys play this defense or this defensive line? Like, man, don't you think Kansas City fans are saying what you think is going to happen when you play this offensive line? Like, our offensive line never gets taken into consideration when we play against defenses or whatever. So I'm not afraid of Kansas City. The teams I'm afraid of are teams that can put up 40 points a game. Right? Like, if you can beat us in the shootout, that's, that's what's going to impress me, beating the Cowboys in a flat-out, guns-blazing shootout. These defensive teams that can't really put too many points on the board, I'm not really afraid of them because I do think that my young offense will find a way to exploit a matchup somewhere and get the job done. Hey, man, Denver can put up 30 points on Kansas City, so I'm not afraid whether the Cowboys can or not. I'm just saying that Kansas City is one of the better defenses this year, so. No, I'm not afraid of him. You should look at Jeremy Sprinkle before Booty if you want to look at blocking tight ends. It's not necessarily blocking tight ends. I just like tight ends that can block and catch. I like complete tight ends. It's just great football. How about them Bucks? The Bucks are playing well. I think if the Browns are going to win a game this season, this is probably going to be their last chance. Who else the Browns play this year? Okay, I remember because I'm actually trying to get those defense in my fantasy league. The Browns play they're not gonna beat the Chargers. They're not gonna beat the Bills. Not gonna beat the Chargers. Not gonna beat. Yeah, it's the last damn chance the Browns got, man. And they're not gonna beat Pittsburgh. This is the Browns versus the Bengals. This is the Browns' last chance to get a W in. Yes, you are absolutely right. So. Sheesh. I got Baltimore. We lost JPP for the regular season. He'll be back for the playoffs if the Giants make the playoffs. Ooh, narrative. Man, Andrew Luck about to destroy Houston. I feel so. All right, cool. Look, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. It's been about an hour, 30 minutes. I'm happy that everybody came and tuned in and talked to me and gave your opinions and asked questions and all that. I'm grateful, man. Grateful that I have the kind of viewers that can, jump in and, just have a conversation with me, just have a standard football conversation with me. I'm happy about that, man. Like I said, this channel started in January. The growth that it's made, since I started, man, it's crazy. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. And hopefully the more I do this stuff, the more I can do it permanently. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if y'all know somebody that work at ESPN, put me on. You know somebody that work at Fox Sports, put me on. You know somebody that work at ABC Sports, anything like that, man, they need a draft analyst, man. I don't even have to be the TV personality. I could just be the dude behind the scenes with draft information that tells the TV personality what's going on because they don't watch enough film. Like, I'll be that guy. So, hey, man, thanks for tuning in. I'm looking at these last 3 questions. Giants are going 10-6 or higher. Man. Flowers is amazing. And Justin Pugh's second offensive guard in the league. Or so, no. We got Justin Vereen back. Flowers is trash. Thanks for the nuggets, no doubt, man. Hey, man, I'm Voch Lombardi. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Wheesky. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. Maybe next time. Follow me on Twitter. I'm actually trying to build that thing up. Call Skip Bayless. He will get you on Undisputed. Hey! Tweet Skip Bayless and tell him have Voch Lombardi on. He might learn something. Follow me on Twitter. I'm actually trying to build that thing up. Voch Lombardi, VOCHLOMBARDI. Follow me on that. And if you're not a part of my Facebook group of the Facebook University, hit me up of Lombardi's Draft Talk. That's in Facebook, Lombardi's Draft Talk. Hit me up in there too. I interact with you a little bit more on a day-to-day basis in there. So anyway, I'm holding it down for the Dose Quotes and the Peace. Weezy and Voch Lombardi, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Peace.